If you've ever thought you had it rough, just remember, there are animals out there surviving in conditions that would make anyone's life miserable. From scorching deserts to freezing wastelands, they're thriving where most creatures would have long since died off. You won't believe the tricks these resilient animals have up their furry little sleeves. Some are so bizarre, you'd think they came straight out of a sci-fi movie. So get ready for some seriously mind-blowing stuff. We're talking animal adaptations that are so insane, they'll leave you scratching your head and saying, no way, that's actually real. Stick around because these unbelievable abilities will redefine what you thought possible. So first up, let's take you to the hottest parts of the planet, the desert. It might look like an endless sea of sand, but the desert is full of surprises. The biggest surprise of all is the Fennec Fox. This tiny fox has giant ears that help it survive in the blistering heat. Imagine having ears bigger than your face. Not only do these ears make the Fennec Fox look super cute, but they're practical too. They help the fox get rid of extra heat. When it's super hot outside, the Fennec Fox can open up its ears wide and let the air flow through them. This helps cool the fox down and prevents overheating. And guess what? It works twice as well as sweating to cool off. Talk about a smart design. These little foxes are nocturnal, which means they sleep during the day when it's really hot and hunt at night when it's cooler. That way they can avoid the worst of the heat and still find yummy insects to eat. But wait, there's more. The Fennec Fox's huge ears are also great for listening for yummy snacks under the sand. With their sharp hearing, they can easily hear the tiny sounds of insects moving around underground, and they dig them up and nom nom nom. It's like having built-in GPS for finding food. No wonder the Fennec Fox is a desert superstar. Next, let's dive into the freezing cold of the Arctic region. Here, the mighty polar bear reigns supreme. They're big, strong, and furry, which helps them survive in the freezing temperatures. But the polar bear has another secret weapon: patience. These huge bears can go for days without food, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to strike. They're like the ninjas of the Arctic, but the polar bear's superpower is swimming. Yes, swimming. They can swim for a long time in freezing cold water and cover lots of distance. This helps them find yummy seals to eat and also allows them to escape danger. No other land predator can match the polar bear's swimming skills. These guys are truly the kings of the Arctic. Now let's dive into the deep blue sea and meet the weird and wonderful immortal jellyfish. This tiny creature might not look like much, but it has a superpower that makes it seem almost immortal when it faces trouble like being injured, getting stressed out, or not finding enough food. It doesn't just die. Instead, it uses a special ability called transdifferentiation.
Nice. What does that mean?
Well, when the jellyfish feels like it might die, its cells turn back into stem cells. Stem cells are like the superheroes of the cell world. They can turn into any kind of cell the body needs. So when the jellyfish's cells go back to being stem cells, they can turn into new cells that help the jellyfish survive. It's like rebooting your computer when it's running slow. Its amazing ability lets the jellyfish live on and on and on. It's like a real-life superhero right out of a comic book. Scientists are still trying to figure out exactly how the immortal jellyfish does this, but they hope it could help us understand how to keep humans alive longer. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll all be able to live forever, like the immortal jellyfish. Now let's fly up to the Andes Mountains and meet the majestic Andean condor. These huge birds have enormous wingspans of up to 10 feet, which helps them soar through the sky for hours. But the Andean condor has another secret weapon: its eyes. These birds can see really well at high altitudes where the air is thin and the weather is unpredictable. Their eyes are also really flexible, which means they can quickly adjust to changes in light and focus on things close up or far away. But the Andean condor's superpower is surviving in thin air. The higher you go in the mountains, the thinner the air becomes. This makes it hard for animals to breathe, but not for the Andean condor. Thanks to its amazing respiratory system, it can breathe deeply and take in a lot of oxygen. Plus, every part of its body is designed to help it survive in the cold, from its thick feathers to its big feet. No wonder the Andean condor is one of the most successful birds in the world. But if that wasn't enough, let's talk about their poop. Yep, you heard me right. Condor poop can help solve crimes. You see, condors live really long lives, sometimes up to 50 years or more. And because they live so long, they hang around in a lot of different places. This means that if a crime happens, like someone gets murdered in a remote area, the condors might poop near the body. And because their poop stays fresh for so long, it can help forensic teams find out who did the crime. Talk about being a super bird. Next, let's meet a little frog who's not so little in his ability to survive anything. The wood frog can survive being frozen solid. Imagine that. He does this by slowing down his breathing and heartbeat until his body is completely frozen. It's like hitting the pause button on life. And when spring comes and the temperature rises, he thaws out and hops away like nothing happened. Scientists are still trying to figure out how he does this, but they think it has something to do with the way his body makes and stores sugars. These sugars help protect his cells from damage when he's frozen. This little frog is like a real-life superhero who can freeze himself whenever he wants. Let's hop into the rainforest of Malaysia and meet the incredible leaf insect. These insects are masters of disguise. They look just like leaves, right down to their chewed edges. Their bodies are the perfect size and shape of a leaf, making them almost invisible to predators. But that's not all. The leaf insect can also wiggle its legs in a way that looks exactly like a leaf fluttering in the wind. This means that predators have a hard time telling that it's actually a living creature. And even if they do figure it out, by the time they realize it, it's too late. The leaf insect has already camouflaged itself against a tree or a leaf and is safe from harm. These insects are like the ultimate ninja warriors of the insect world. Now let's dive back into the ocean and meet the mimic octopus. As its name suggests, this octopus can mimic the way other creatures move and look. It can change color and shape its body into different objects, like a sea snake or a lionfish. This helps protect it from predators who might be scared of those creatures. If that's not impressive enough, it can also pretend to be a dead animal floating in the water. This octopus is like a real-life superhero with the power to copy other animals and even pretend to be dead. It's no wonder the mimic octopus is one of the most intelligent creatures in the ocean. Let's run through the tall grasses of the African savanna and meet the speedy cheetah. This cat is the fastest land animal on the planet, reaching speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. But the cheetah's superpower isn't just its speed. It's also how quickly it can go from 0 to super fast. The cheetah can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, faster than most sports cars. This means it can catch up to its prey even if it starts from a standstill. The cheetah's incredible speed and agility make it one of the most feared predators on the savanna. Now let's plunge into the dark depths of the ocean and meet the mysterious anglerfish. These fish live in the darkest parts of the ocean where sunlight can't reach, but they've managed to find a way to survive in this dark environment. The anglerfish has a special lure on its head that glows with bioluminescence. This means it can attract prey right to its mouth. And let's face it, a glowing lure is just plain cool. This fish is like a real-life Pokemon with a special ability to survive in the darkest depths of the ocean. And last but certainly not least, let's meet the strange and wonderful thorny devil lizard. This lizard is covered in spikes and looks pretty scary, but it's actually a gentle creature that feeds on ants. Its spikes help protect it from predators, but they also help it collect water. The lizard's body collects morning dew and funnels it through tiny grooves to its mouth. This means that it can survive in the driest parts of the desert without ever needing to drink. This little lizard is like a real-life dragon that can breathe water. From the Fennec Fox to the wood frog, each of these animals has its own unique way of surviving in its environment. They've adapted to extreme temperatures, learned to hunt in difficult conditions, and even developed superpowers like freezing themselves. These incredible creatures show us that no matter how tough the environment is, life always finds a way to adapt and survive. So the next time you feel like your life is too hard, just remember there are animals out there who have it much tougher, and they're not only surviving, they're thriving.